Welcome, everyone. Kate Butler Publishing here with Annette and Jeff, who are the authors of Culture is the Strategy. I am so excited for the book launch today. It is September 9th, and it is officially available on Amazon.com. This is a book that is going to shift the way that you see culture. And I am so excited to get some behind the scenes with the authors of this book today. So, welcome, Jeff and Annette. Happy launch day.
Thanks for having us, Kate.
So excited you both are here. And I think what our audience always wants to know is what was the inspiration behind wanting to write this book and bring this content out to the world?
I think it starts as all good stories do with one night in Vegas. Annette and I were working at the SHRM conference, the Society of Human Resource Management conference, and we were talking behind the scenes about how many boardrooms and how many companies we've been into, and how the primary driver isn't necessarily the right strategies; it's the right execution of those strategies, and how important corporate culture and a company's culture is on the efficacy and efficiency of getting the right strategy executed with your people. And the more and more we talked, Annette, it got more and more fun. We had more war stories to share.
Right. That was a lot of fun. And what was fun too was taking all these different characters that we've met through our years of experience and weaving them together to make a storyline. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I think from a reader's perspective, when you hear some of these war stories, some of these anecdotes, I hope that the reader will take away a couple tidbits, some good nuggets on things that they can apply in their daily life, whether they're at a high school, a small company, or a large company.
So that brings us to our next question, which really, who is this book for? So if I'm out there right now listening to this going, is this about my company? Is this about my team, right? Is it about the team that I manage or a team that I'm a part of? Who would you say that this book is for?
Yeah, I think from our perspective, this book is for many different kinds of companies and types of businesses, whether you're working in a small team of two or three, or whether you're working in a large corporation that's matrixed and you have multiple different channel partners and teams that you're working with and for. These are the types of places that at the end of the day, human contact and interpersonal communication is one to one. And so one to one turns into one to many very quickly, and it changes and grows within different organizations. The key, I think, is small intentional acts. And as Annette and I write, that culture is a word writ large, and it's a large esoteric concept. However, the ways that you can improve a culture start out really small. Start out with please and thank you and hello and goodbye and good morning and how was your day, and the follow-up question, no, really, how was your day? Those are the types of things that we try to get across and convey in our book.
And so this is an applicable tool also, right? Where they're going to be entertained. I love the humorous aspect that's brought into this book as well, right? But this is something that I can take as a leader of a company or as a manager of a company. And there are things that I'm going to be able to apply right away to my teams to begin to see a shift in the culture. Is that what I'm hearing from you, Jeff?
Absolutely. I think a lot of the corporate policy strips out the humanity of things. And what we're saying
Mm,
is put it back in. You
mm.
show up to work to be yourself. Your best self is your most productive self. And how do you unlock that across yourselves and your teammates? That's really what we're trying to convey. If you can create a culture that allows people to work together in their truest form, you get the highest performing, highest, most productivity out of your people. And it's a hell of a lot of fun to be there. And that's really what we all want. We want to show up, roll out of bed, and look forward to going to work. And we think the book kind of touches on all those little touchstones.
And so, what do you hope that this book does for the company that buys it? You mentioned it a little bit here about the productivity piece of it, right? And so, when this book is brought into the organization, what real result do you anticipate that someone's going to get from reading this book and applying what you have shared in it?
Yeah, Annette, jump in here. Annette and I constructed a book that is equal parts research and statistics, as well as a narrative form. So we found business books are really difficult to digest after that second or third chapter. And
Mm.
we chose to interweave a story about two companies that kind of grow and evolve together throughout the book. We find that if you can take some of those individual chapters, each one of them is a story in and of themselves. So it's a perfect opportunity for a company to read one or two stories, have a lunch and learn, bring in a taco truck, and talk about what do these things mean and how can we apply them in our day to day. That narrative is really powerful and really important to keep the reader going and learning and learning new skills beyond just chapter two. Right, Annette?
Yeah, I totally agree. Each one can stand on its own. And it is, like you said, Jeff, it's so hard to read a business book. And this makes it so much easier to digest and, take it and do something with it.
Yeah, and
And
we've
so
made and Kate, we've made that easy also for the reader. We've got two different font types. So we've got the narrative font, and then we've got all the heavy research. So if you're a nerd like me and really into data, you'll dive into that blue text and really consume the points, the statistics, the anecdotes. And then if you really love the narrative and you want to see where the characters are going next, you focus on the other side.
And what I love, what I'm hearing is that there aren't that many books, I feel like, where as the manager or the leader of the group and also the participant or the employee, if you will, right? The staff and the leaders of the company are going to be able to read the same book alike and be able to get those takeaways, right? So I love that this is a well-rounded book that we can come at this from any angle and partake in it and get those results out of it. Where can we find this book? Tell us a little bit about where do we go to buy the book today, and how can we celebrate in this launch with you both?
Well, right now, the book is trending on Amazon.com. So if you search "Culture is the Strategy" on Amazon.com, you can find our book very easily. For more information about the book, you can also visit our website, cultureisthestrategybook.com, with some insights from us, some testimonials as well, and a place where the community can connect and talk about the book.
Perfect. And so just to be clear, Culture is the Strategy is the title of the book. This is about the power of how small intentional acts create a sustainable competitive future, avert danger, and bolster your bottom line, which is what we all want to do, right, in our organizations. And Annette and I have also communicated about the ROI piece of this book and how we want to bring this book into these organizations, right? Because at the end of the day, we all are working for a company or we are a leader of a company so that we are producing results, right? And so if we can bring a book in like this that is going to help us increase results, increase productivity, increase the bottom line, but also increase the culture, Jeff, like you said, to also bring that fun factor back in. This is really, truly what we are all looking for. And this is the book to do it. So as Jeff said, Amazon.com is the place where you're going to purchase this book today. We also have the website that we'll drop below if you want to go and check out more information about the book and about Jeff and Annette as well. You'll be able to find that there. I really highly encourage you to get this book for yourself, your team, and your entire organization. This is going to be a fantastic read that everyone is going to enjoy at every single level. It's going to help move the needle in your organization. And I'm really looking forward to hearing all of your favorite parts of this incredible book. Culture is the Strategy. Jeff and Annette, thank you so much for being here today. So excited to celebrate your launch day with you and the success of this amazing book.
Thank you, Kate.
Thank you, Kate.
Thank you, everyone, so much for being with us today. And if you feel inspired, go grab your copy of your book today. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.